What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Some commentary for you. Late last year, I had done some interviews with the then coach of the Salt Lake Screaming Eagles, William McCarthy, and I've actually remained with them as a scout for the past number of months. And in full transparency, I am still involved with the team, but a lot of the things that I thought would come to fruition with that obviously didn't, and you haven't heard me talk a lot about them in the past few months. However, if you've been around any type of sports outlet or media, you'll know that yesterday the team came out with an offer to have Greg Hardy join the team and put this up to a fan vote. The fan vote actually ended 50.1 fans selecting no, and inherently Greg Hardy will not be a member of the Salt Lake Screaming Eagles. Now, the thought process outwardly was that fans would be given the same opportunity to judge and assess and react to Greg Hardy the way an NFL team did, and then make a determination whether signing him would be of value versus the consequence of the public relations fallout that would come of this. And listen, I don't want to put myself in a box because every situation is going to be unique and different. There are people that love someone who can serve their time for their penalty and then come back and be a success story. Mike Vick being a great option. There's people that love his story. There's people that hate his story, depending on your viewpoints. People that think he should have never gotten that opportunity. I don't know how I feel about a player because I'm judging them as a football player, not as a person. What can Greg Hardy contribute on the football field? Personally, I don't want him on any team that I would want to be affiliated with. I don't think what he did was conducive of being a good role model, person, anything like that. But unfortunately, in sports, you have to separate the person from the value they bring to a team. And quite frankly, I haven't seen any film on Greg Hardy in a very long time, so I don't know what his contributions are going to be. I guess the Spring League is going to be a great platform for players like Ben Tate or Brendan Browner, Greg Hardy, Kellen Winslow to show what they can bring to a football team from an athletic perspective, because we all know if they can bring value to a team, there are going to be teams that will take, the risk of signing this player. I mean, quite frankly, football is a business. To get your team better, you're willing to take these risks. But in the case of the Screaming Eagles, ironically enough, because of the negative pushback from this, and you have to understand this is a relatively small team. My YouTube channel, as an example, is larger than this team's YouTube channel. They really did have an impact with their advertisers and their sponsors, which are relatively small and local. I mean, let's be honest, a furniture company with 6,000 followers is going to take notice of a mass influx of negative responses. Now, ESPN 1280 has actually their own poll up to see if they should end support of this team. And to me, that's kind of what I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about, because that to me is unbelievably interesting. I mean, this is something that can make or break a team from a marketing, media, and coverage perspective. So their ability to want to go out and have fans vote to see if a player should join in Greg Hardy is now going to directly impact whether their local sports radio station is going to continue to accept their advertising dollars and promote their product. And I hate to say it, but without that, it's very difficult to think they would be able to have success without some type of coverage. So kind of this little shot in the dark, if you will, that got a lot of media exposure. Although, for what it's worth, I will say Greg Hardy never came out publicly and spoke about the Indoor Football League or the Screaming Eagles. In my opinion, he still is under contract by his own admission to the Spring League. I know a lot of people are saying this is a, publicity stunt by the team, and I'm not going to comment on that because of my position with the team, but I did think that it's strange that the one poll they have for the fan vote has now led to another poll in people determining whether ESPN will continue to support this team. I'm going to put a link down in the description. You can go vote whether you think they should. But certainly something that has had an undesired impact on this team, and obviously something that can have a very undesired consequence if, in fact, ESPN allows that vote to determine whether or not they will continue to support this team. Love to know your thoughts on it. Back with a Madden Breakdown very soon. Thank you guys for checking out this video.